You know you have defeated a narcissist when their carefully constructed illusion begins to fall apart. Narcissists abandoned their true selves long ago, believing they weren't good enough. To compensate, they created an artificial persona, a false self, designed to appear superior, perfect, and worthy of admiration. However, this persona is entirely dependent on external validation. Without the constant attention and approval of others, it cannot survive. Their survival hinges on how others treat them. They expect admiration, devotion, and emotional support at all times. They need people to believe in their facade, reinforcing their delusion of grandeur. As long as they can control and manipulate those around them, their false self remains intact. But when you stop feeding into their deception, when you refuse to cater to their demands, their carefully constructed image begins to crumble. The moment you withdraw your validation, their illusion loses its power, and that is when they begin to unravel. A narcissist thrives on being the center of attention. They believe the world should revolve around them and resent anything that shifts focus away. When you refuse to acknowledge their supposed superiority, when you stop treating them as the most important person in the room, their false self weakens. They cannot stand being ignored or overlooked, and when this happens, their frustration and insecurity become evident. Criticism is another weapon that can dismantle their illusion. Narcissists cannot handle disapproval because they see themselves as flawless. They expect to be admired, not judged. When confronted with their mistakes or shortcomings, they react with rage or defensiveness, refusing to accept any fault. Holding them accountable forces them to face the reality they work so hard to avoid. Their anger, denial, or explosive reactions in response to criticism are proof that their carefully maintained image is cracking. One of the clearest signs that you have defeated a narcissist is when they are caught in a lie or exposed for their manipulative behavior. They are skilled deceivers, constantly bending the truth to suit their narrative. But when they can no longer escape the truth, when their deception is laid bare, they panic. They lash out, deflect blame, or attack those who confront them. If they can no longer manipulate the situation, they become desperate, often resorting to insults, intimidation, or even cruelty in an attempt to regain control. Entitlement is another defining trait of a narcissist. They believe they deserve special treatment and will react with anger if denied what they want. They expect others to meet their demands without question. When you say no, when you refuse to give in to their expectations, they perceive it as an attack. Their response, insults, guilt-tripping, or attempts to manipulate, reveals their desperation. They cannot handle being denied because their false self depends on constant reinforcement. Ultimately, a narcissist's power lies in their ability to manipulate and control others. When you stop engaging, when you refuse to play their game, their illusion collapses. Their reaction, anger, desperation, or hostility, shows they have lost their grip. The moment they can no longer influence or dominate you is the moment you have truly defeated them.